Hey everyone, today we're doing a book review on Just As I Am by Cicely Tyson. This was an amazing memoir by Cicely Tyson herself. I actually had the audio version from Brooklyn Library, and the forward preface was read by Viola Davis, and the book was read by Cicely Tyson herself. This memoir is about Cicely Tyson's long, amazing, very inspiring life that she had. Cicely was an actress for about 70 years, but this book starts from the very beginning. Cicely was born in Harlem from her Caribbean parents in 1942. Cicely actually started her life not in the spotlight. She was actually working as a typewriter at a typical office job in New York City. And she actually remembers this memory of this woman who worked at that company for about several years, like 15 to 20 years, got a watch. And Cicely said to her colleagues and to herself, I'm not working here for 20 plus years and just to get a lousy old watch. And her coworkers kind of just like chuckled at her. And from that day forward, Cicely decided that she wanted a lot more out of this world, more than just working at a boring corporate job to just get rewarded with a watch that is simply meaningless. So Cicely decided to do modeling. And in her modeling career, she was actually very successful. She was on a lot of popular Black magazines at the time. However, her mother did not like her modeling career. Her mother was deeply religious in Christianity, and she believed that modeling was very sinful. One very serendipitous day, Cicely was on set for her modeling and she was leaving, and ironically a woman ran into her and was saying that they were looking for a actress who looked a lot like Cicely. And Cicely was rather dumbfounded because Cicely was not an actress formerly, and she was particularly scared because she'd never really been behind the camera in that way. So Cicely was like, I'm not an actress, I'm a model. I'm definitely not trying to be in no type of movie or anything. But little did she know, she ended up doing it after talking to a couple of agents, and this was the beginning of the Cicely Tyson, who was the starlet of Hollywood. I think some of the more interesting parts of the book that people don't know much about Cicely Tyson was her talking about her first marriage and her daughter that she had with one of her high school boyfriends. So since her family was very religious, she was actually pregnant during high school, and this was actually illegal at the time. So this caused a lot of controversy in her family. So she talks about the struggles of, having a daughter and having to get married to this man at a very young age just to save face in her West Indies community and in the community of Harlem, New York. And as Cicely gets older and becomes a more established actress in Hollywood, it's actually very difficult for her to take care of her daughter. She ended up having to send her daughter to a boarding school, and this was actually really, really difficult for Cicely because she truly loved her daughter, and it was not easy to see her every day because she was kind of far away. And this caused a lot of tension in their relationship, but sometimes Cicely realized that she had to make this sacrifice in order to commit to her career and her craft. And we learned that again, and I've learned that now and now again from a lot of people that I look up to in a lot of these memoirs, is these sacrifices that they make in order for their family to, one, make it a better career for themselves, but also down the line for their children as well. What I find so interesting about Cicely's daughter is, like, she is anonymous from society. I don't even know if we know her actual real name, and there's not many photos, if any, that are of public of her daughter, which I love that, where Cicely has this daughter that she loves truly so much, and she kept her very private and outside of her Hollywood life and let her have a normal life and let her do what she could to remain that private image. Cicely had to give up when she decided that she was going to be this movie star. One of my also big takeaways from this book was just the spiritual aspect that Cicely talks about. She was a very spiritual woman in her Christian faith, but even beyond that, she just believed in just being kind to others and destiny and free will. She even talks about this one time, this woman on the street like looked at her as a baby in the carriage and said to her mother, this little girl is going to be something special one day. And Cicely manifested that and became something beyond special. But I also really like her diet that she talks about. She became a informal vegan, but more of a vegetarian towards the end of her life. And she lived a very long life. She died at 96 years old. Rest in peace to her beautiful self. But 96 years old, that is a very, very long life. Especially as a Black American woman, we see that the Black death rate and longevity in life in America is a lot shorter. So she has lived a very long, fulfilling life. And I'm sure there's other circumstances that allow that, having this great career. But it wasn't all peaches. You know, Cicely talks about how she is a black woman and was a black woman who was not deemed as beautiful in modern society because she had these very African features, very, very dark skin, and very, very tight, coily hair. But Cicely is the standard of beauty in my eyes. And it's just so lovely to have this woman like that who just broke all these barriers and was very authentically herself and didn't do very demeaning roles as the mammy. And there's nothing wrong with the mammy role. And the mammy role is a very important role and a very important part of history. However, Cicely wanted more than that and demanded that and got that. And I love that about her. She did not just settle for something standard. She wanted to give authentic stories and she became the character, and that is a lost art in acting that I feel like not as many actors do that anymore. But Cicely, that was her main reason when she decided that this was the career for her. She went all out and she became these actors and lived the lifestyle that they had, and that is why she was in the spotlight for literally about 7 decades. It's amazing. So I'm really, really grateful for a book like this. I highly recommend anyone to read this book if you want to learn more about Cicely Tyson and just more about the struggles of Black people in entertainment. I think she does a great job just touching on that because she is one of the first ones and definitely the most known and longest to do it. And I definitely think Cicely is an amazing person and that we should definitely continue this story about her and see her as the icon that she is. All right, guys, thank you so much. That's the end of my book review on Just As I Am by Cicely Tyson. Please let me know if you get the book and let me know if you want me to do any other book reviews. Thank you. Have a great day.